Hey there gamers, welcome back to Loot 404. Today we're taking a look at Hawked, out November 30th, 2023. Third person looter shooter battle royale with treasure involved. So think maybe Cycle Frontier plus a little bit of Fortnite and a sprinkle of Sea of Thieves. Let's get right into it. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about control and gameplay. So pretty typical here at Hawked. You have your WASD control scheme, you got a jump, you got a crouch as well, and then obviously if you're running, you do a slide. So, pretty smooth, I would say. Nothing too crazy, Fortnite type of smoothness. Aiming down sight is really smooth as well. Mouse movement, you don't have that kind of weird rubber bandy resistive feel to it. I would say, raw input all the way. Let's just take a quick look at our control scheme here. Default, so you get your crouch jump, dodge, sprint board, which is your hoverboard, switching shoulder when you're aiming down sight, your typical fire and aim, melee attack, ping, using your ability, heal, grenade, switch weapon, and yeah, and also using your map. Pretty typical stuff, nothing too crazy. And then gameplay wise, I'm loving it actually. They have tons of guns that you can select from. So from assault weapons, there's 3 different type of assault weapons. You got your automatic, your single fire, and I guess what you call burst and laser-ish weapons, which is pretty awesome. It feels really nice. Yeah, the guns just feels really good. And then yeah, you got your SMGs, shotguns, your LMGs. But here is the highlight: you get these kind of weird weapons in the game. Like this one right here, I believe it heals your teammate if you're playing with teammate. Look at that animation. That is pretty cool. I like it. And then obviously the bosses sometimes draw melee weapons. You can take their weapons and do different type of animation. And if you're noticing, like, the melee is actually kind of like a combo melee type of action. So it's not just one click, one slash, one click, one slash, repetitive type of boring melee animation. You get a little bit of combo in there. So that's pretty cool. And then other guns like mine, which I found pretty cool as well. I believe it will only trigger if an enemy steps on them, but I think if I switch weapon now, oh yeah, there we go. That's kind of the animation. Really cool. And then a little marker gun as well here. Really cool, yeah, I love it. And then obviously your grenades and some food as well that I believe give you a little bit of a buff. And then your shield. These kind of remind me of Apex Legend type of deal. So you have different color shields. Gives you stronger shield, taking more bullet, a little bit more bullet spongy. And yeah. Alright, next up, graphics. So, yeah, I'm looking at the screener, you can kind of already tell it's very, let's say, Fortnite, Sea of Thieves type of style. Maybe a little bit Borderland in there as well. Very colorful, very vibrant. I would say definitely more illuminated, if that's even a way to describe graphics. But yeah, just look at the wall here. Like, look how awesome, how colorful the wall is. The decorations are really cool. Just basically the lobby. You get NPCs. The NPCs look nice. I like this little robot that sells you stuff. But yeah, like taking a look at the NPCs, they actually it's quite well designed for something, something just a simple game, but at the same time early access and everything. The design is quite nice. Like, I loving the looks of the NPC. Look how different they are. Size, style. Definitely get that kind of artsy, but not next gen or anything. But yeah, I really enjoy looking at this game while I'm playing it. So yeah, the graphics, I'd give it a thumbs up. Taking a look at the gameplay in the background playing now, the world is really pretty. I like it. Definitely gives you that Sea of Thieves vibe because you're kind of on an island looking for treasure, and the treasure looks like awesome. Like look at the puzzles, look at the shading on the surfaces. Yeah, thumbs up for sure. Alright, so sound. Sound, I would say, it's quite well done. Guns definitely do pack a punch. It's not like a flat shooting sound or gun sound or anything like that. Each gun also have its own sound effect to it. Like this one especially, because I always love that little clink at the end. Obviously your typical laser, not too bad. And yeah, they obviously added different sound for special weapons, like that. There isn't too many music in the game, I would say. Music in the beginning, intro screen, not so much in the town. I'm not sure why. I would understand, in the arena, but in the lobby, I'm not sure why they didn't really have a background music going on, but whatever, early access, so maybe they'll add that later. Melee and all type of kind of sound effects in this game was I would say really nice. And yeah, it definitely, I'll put some gameplay in the background and you guys can hear the sound in the arena. Some of the NPCs are also voiced, so that's a nice touch. You guys know I always love that. So yeah, sound not too bad. Could do a little bit more improvement on the side. Like I think I say music wise, but sound effects, I would say I give it a pass. Yeah, for sure. Story and character, not too much to say here on story, but character for sure has a little bit of development. Each character has his own little style, definitely have their own little attitudes. Very unique character, I would say. They don't say too much to you, obviously, but this is your typical, jump in, play a few rounds, jump out, kind of get on with your life type of game. And yeah, not much story. A few cutscenes in the beginning of the game, and a few in between, kind of showing you the dynamic in the world, what you are. Obviously calling you guys the renegades. You guys are basically treasure hunters, pirates, jumping in, sent into some island, treasure hunting, fighting each other for treasure, and that's where your battle royale type of element comes in. So yeah, not much to say about story, but I don't feel like this game really need any kind of in-depth emotional story or anything like that. So that's totally fine. But yeah, very nice character development. Definitely there's some there. Being in early access, obviously, you're gonna learn more and more about the character themselves. And yeah, that's pretty much it for story and characters. Alrighty, so replayability. Being a battle royale type of game, you can kind of expect a typical amount of replayability in these type of games. I would say maybe a little bit more, but only if they come up with more skills and more artifacts to try out, because you go in, do a different type of play style, stuff like that. Obviously get more and more loot, upgrade all your skills, upgrade your artifacts, hopefully they come out with more story. Not really replayability, but just progression of the game. And yeah, it does look like they have, you know, battle pass, season pass type of thing. So you know, jump in a few games per season, trying to level up that battle pass, get all the free special loot. Yeah, I would say I'm looking forward to them adding a bit more. They will definitely add to the replayability of this game. You know, comparing this to games like, you know, Second Frontier, I would say Second Frontier maybe has a little bit more because you are developing kind of your little hub, kind of having little side upgrades at your room there, and also, you know, completing missions, which this game also has. Um, yeah, the Second Frontier has like factions, stuff like that. This one, not so much. Just different NPCs to giving you different quests, quest lines and stuff like that. So, but yeah, replayability, pretty typical, I would say. Maybe slightly more if it comes out of early access with more stuff. But you know, expect the typical battle royale type of game. Well, that's pretty much it, folks. You know, my personal opinion of this game here, first impression, you know, graphics, loving it, really unique, very vibrant, and it works really well here. You can definitely tell the devs put a lot of time into the design, character-wise, NPC-wise, more detailed than I was expecting. Sound also not too bad, I would say maybe a little bit more. I would say, again, going back, you know, a little bit more music would have been nice. You know, you definitely get that weird Psycho Frontier / Fortnite vibe to it. A little bit of silliness, a little bit of cartoony type of feel to it. But yeah, I like what they've done. Early access, not many, you know, technical issues almost at all, really. Only issue I think I've encountered was, you know, in the arena, I think I was stuck on some plants or something, but, you know, no hard crashes or anything like that. Really smooth. You know, early access just launched like, you know, a couple two days ago, and no crazy lags or crash, server issues, nothing like that. So quite impressed. I do know that I think some of Australian friends, I don't believe they have a server there, so a bit of complaint there. So if you're in Australia, maybe wait a little bit. I'd say they're probably gonna have an Australian server quite quickly, seeing all the complaints. But yeah, you know, definitely like these type of style of game. You know, do some puzzles. Do puzzles per stage and then getting closer to the final treasure and then having to extract definitely gets your heart pumping, but it definitely did for me. So you know, it gets a little bit intense, but if you like the adrenaline, this game not too bad at all. But yeah, you know, other than that, you know, devs definitely want to see more enemy types. Looks like there's only a few in the game so far, and I believe only one type of island from what I saw. Would like to see more skills, more artifacts, maybe more game modes as well. I think currently, I don't think you can choose any type of game mode. There's only solo or squad, but both just you know, treasure hunting. But yeah, definitely want to see a different mode. Everyone versus NPCs or something like that. Maybe going through bigger puzzles that everyone has to work together, not just your group or yourself. Maybe make the puzzles a little bit harder as well. Like right now, I feel like it's maybe a little bit too easy. Maybe keep some of the easy ones, but you know, raise the difficulty a little bit, make it a little bit tricky. But yeah, other than that, you know, more guns. That's pretty much it for me. As usual, you know, tell us what you think. If you're gonna jump on in, do some treasure hunting in this game, or you know, maybe wait a little bit longer, wait until the devs finish with the early access. Drop us a line in the comments. You know the drill. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell button. Stay tuned with Blue44. Until next time, boot on, gamers.